Well, I'm doing my Bohemian Rhapsody again, because it's not just dark, like early morning dark, it's like proper nighttime dark at the moment. It's about 25 past 5, and I'm going to a boot fair, surprisingly, off to Rose Hill. I haven't been to a boot fair. It's Saturday today. I haven't been since last Sunday. Can't go midweek now because the schools are back and I'm cycling in. I'm not going to school. I'm going in with my eldest, just helping him with the cycle. So it seems, even though it's 6 days, it seems like I haven't been to a boot fair for absolutely ages. End of season, I'm not expecting to get a lot. What I do get, I will show you, and tell you some other bits as well. I've had a partial refund, which is a bit of a rarity for me. I never normally do partial refunds, so I might tell you about that and the ins and outs of that. And I'm in the middle of resorting all my stock to sort it by date listed, which does sound absolute madness. If you'd have said this to me 6 months ago, I'd have said that I was nuts. But the whole reason of doing that is to try and focus on getting the stuff shifted, so I can look on it week on week, what's been hanging around for a while. So that's the theory. Anyway, I'm off now. Try and wake up and get my head in gear. I will catch you in a bit, hopefully with some little bits and bobs. Right, just before I go through the haul, I'll show you. I'm packing a CRT cathode ray tube television, and I've only ever sold. This is the second one I've sold of these, and the first one got smashed. So I will show you what I've done to pack this one. Okay, the actual telly has been wrapped probably 3 times in bubble wrap. It's sort of in various, each bit definitely has 2 if not 3 layers. Some of them where it folds over probably have 4 layers. So that's been done, and I'm using this lining paper. There's a whole load of it on the bottom, all around the side, and I'm just going to get some more and do kind of like, I'll rip off squares, and it will be like 4 squares scrunched up. That's in a double wall box, which I've had to raise. So the raised bit obviously means that there's a gap in the middle, but I had another. It's an old moving box actually that we've had sort of kicking around, so this is another box, and then that's been used to extend this one. So it should all, there we go, it'll go like that. It does meet. So that's a hefty old pack. I'm hoping this one doesn't get smashed. It's only a £40 sale. It's a lot of effort for a £40 sale, to be honest. The last one I sold did go for 150. And the thing I find with these is getting the actual boxes. You know, this has just been a box that's been kicking around since we moved, but we haven't got another one of these. So I'm not too sure where people who sell a lot of these CRTs get boxes from. It'd be quite interesting to find out. Anyway, that's how I'm doing that. Let me go through what I got yesterday. Okay, the first few bits, 3 items that I got for £20. This Master System, I've never had a Sega Master System or a Master System 2. I think I might have some games. I'll have to check. I'm not even sure how this works, but yeah, it looks a bit glossy, but I'm sure it'll clean up fine. And I always like getting consoles that I haven't got, and I may well keep that if it's not a great resale value in it. And when I'm buying stuff like that, I kind of have in mind about a £5 or maybe up to about a tenner, but I've no idea how much it sells for. I have sold a Mega Drive 2 just with the composite cable, the TV cable, and I think that went for about £20. So yeah, I'm looking to pick these up for a £5 and flip them for 20 maybe, but I don't know the value of the Master System 2. So there's that one. Just good to get something that I've never had before. And with that, a couple of Casio graphic calculators. I have actually got this one on, and it's been on the store for a while, but the one I've got is faulty. It's one of the lines on the LCD displays in there, the far left, so it doesn't really affect it that much, but I think it affects it when buyers see it. But hopefully these will be all fully working. They look in good condition. And hopefully have some value. Like I say, I think mine's on for about 20 quid, something like that. So there's that one, which is, and then this sort of slightly smaller one, which I guess is not quite as good. It's got a lower number, but nice at their box, and it's got all the instructions in. This is a kind of standard pickup, really, and I'm pretty sure I've had this one before. And what's, I suppose, weird about it is it's got the speakers in it, so you can put a CD in and listen to it, which is quite natty. Let me open it up and have a look. I think I looked at it. Yeah, it's got the plug in there as well. Let me get it out so you can see it. Yeah, nice. Turn it around the right way. Nice condition. Looks like it's hardly been used, if at all. And that cost a £5. So I think that'll be 20-25. But like I say, I have had it before, so it obviously does sell. And then I got a couple of Xbox One remotes, and really I got these because we've got an Xbox One, and I just always like having these. I mean, if they don't work, I can still use them for spares. I'm going to order some battery covers. I've ordered some for the Xbox 360. I think I ordered 10, because you always pick these up without battery covers. I don't know where, they must go into a black hole. But this one's a wired one, and we preferred the wired ones. And I have actually, one of my fixes I want to do, I've got quite a few Xbox 360 ones where the wire has just gone. So it just needs sort of cutting and resoldering back onto the board in there. Hopefully that should be easy. But these they wanted a £5 each, which is a little bit strong. I normally like to pay about 2-3 quid for controllers, depending on what they are. Seeing as these were Xbox One, I got them for £4 each. If I can fix them up, I mean, you know, I guess the value's around about sort of like £20 mark. So, but good, just good for us to have at home, should we need some spare controllers. Got a couple of pairs of trainers. I like getting trainers, but I don't like paying too much money for them, or anything really. But these were a £5 each, so I normally pay up to a £5 unless something looks particularly special or nice. So I'm not an expert on trainers, but you know, I've sold loads and loads of Superstar. They're normally like 20 quid, or maybe sort of like 15 to 20 quid. And I do try and get them in good condition. I won't get them if they're like split here, or you know, got loads and loads of damage. But these are good. They'll clean up nicely. Got a lot of wear left in them. They're not like worn flat or anything. And then these ones, I don't think I've ever had a pair of these before. I'm not too sure what they are. They're Adidas. They've got cloud foam on them, so I'm sure they'll be quite easy to look up. But again, probably I'll be looking to put them on for maybe 20 to start with. And if they don't go, bring them down to about 15. They should go for at least 15. And those are a £5 each, those two pairs of shoes. So nice little standard buy there. Right, this one is a bit of a strange one. Paid a lot of money for it and took a bit of a chance. So originally new, it was $9.99, but it's a 10th anniversary mini disc, collector's edition. Now obviously it does look a little bit beat up, but there's 10 discs in there, and they're all sealed. So you know, how much is something like that worth, a collector's mini disc? Well, there was one on eBay that had sold for, I think it was 90, and that was 8 discs in a box. And there was a single one, sealed, single mini disc, that sold for $7.99 plus postage. So you factor that up, that could be 80-90 quid. He wanted £50 for these. I offered him 40, and I bought it at 45, which might be a bit much, but I'll put it on for 100. If I can get, you know, over 80 or 90, that's quite good money. I mean, it's not like £2 or £40 or anything like that, but it's a good solid profit on that item. And the other thing going through it is that it's small, so it's not going to take up a lot of room, easy to list as well. So we'll see with that one. You know, worst case scenario, I should get my money back. I think I will anyway. Let's see. But I'll let you know how that one does in a sales video at some point. Be an interesting one to look out for collectors sealed media. I mean, I know some media goes crazy, so who knows? We will see. Needs a bit of clean me written on it. Can't see it. It can't be that dirty then. So it's a Sony. God, that needs a clean as well. TV, VCR, DVD, video. It's a video combi. And it was off the guys. I picked up one of them, a Panasonic, for £5 about a month ago, and that sold for 250. So I was well happy with that. I was expecting to get this for a £5, but he said he wanted a tenner. He said he's starting to look up a few and sort of seeing how much they're worth. So it's fair enough, you know, £10 for this. Fingers crossed it works. If it doesn't, it will be worth it in parts. Be well worth it in parts. I think generally with visual equipment, VHSs, a tenner would be my maximum unless I spot something really out of the ordinary. And I tend to pick up, I will pick up stuff without remotes. I don't mind doing that. But for a DVD combo, I would say tenner would probably be my maximum. For a normal VCR with no DVD, it would be around about a £5. I don't want to pay much more than that for a VCR. But it all depends on condition and whether you have remotes. That might sort of change it. But yeah, you know, Sony, good, obviously good to look out for a Sony or a Panasonic or anything like that. So yeah, glad to pick that up. Now, I've got one more item, so I didn't pick up a huge amount, but all kind of fairly nice bits. None of the usual rubbish I'd normally pick up, but let me show you the last one. Okay, so the last one I've got is Betty Boop. Betty Boo doing the do, Betty Boop. Now it has got a little bit of damage, so it's cracked here. And that is under that leg. It's a metal rod, which obviously gives it its support. But it's apart from that, it looks okay. And I'm hoping if someone looks at that, they'd maybe repair it or do something. I don't think it would take that much. Just a bit of plaster or clay or modelling clay or something, and get the colour. I'm tempted to do it myself, but I'm going to list it first and see how it goes. So it's obviously like a Marilyn Monroe pose, so like a bit of a classic one as well. Now I know George picks up a load of these. There was I'll link the video actually if you haven't seen it, but it was a video of him, and he took like loads of them, and there was a woman trying to muscle him, which was quite funny. So I've been there, I know how that feels. But she cost £4, and that's why I picked her up. If I'd have got that and they'd have said like 20, I would have had to think about it, given the damage. But yeah, for £4, I don't think you can go wrong really. I will have to check how George did on his, but I think he did fairly well. We had some. I don't think he's had any damage, and he had like Betty on a motorcycle and things like that. So I'll have to watch back his video. But yeah, I think that's a nice item. Be good to see how it goes. I know some people can't stand Betty Boop because she's a bit of a silly so-and-so. But yeah, hopefully it's got good resale value. Right, I'm going to show you my shelves now, my whole new routine of how I'm doing stuff. Okay, so to explain myself, I am every week I allocate like half a shelf to everything I've listed in that week. And I've got 26 of these areas, so 13 units. And what that means is it's on a 6-month cycle. So not only does this have what I've listed this week, these were listed either 6 months, and I've got it on the SKU, the date I listed these, or 12 months, or 18 months, or 24 months ago. So I'll know these have been hanging around. And the idea is that every week I would know that it's like week 11 or week 12. So next week I'm going into week 12, I think. And I can go, okay, here's where all my stuff goes for this week. And I can also look at what has been hanging around for over 6 months. And the idea is that that stuff gets relisted, price reduced, item looked at. And the whole point of it is to focus on shifting stuff that's been hanging around for a while, and just to be able to work on a certain amount of my stock at once. Now, I did have a comment. Let me flip this around. Up to now, I've been kind of keeping similar stuff in, similar areas. So I'd keep all my videos in one area and try and keep all my trainers in one area. And I am keeping certain bits. So stuff like clothes and shirts and t-shirts are all in the one area, but I don't have a huge amount of those. And also media, so like gaming stuff is all, because that's easily folded on a shelf. It's much better done there. But I did have a comment. I think it might have been from I forget who it was from. It might have been from Bergen, who was saying that he likes to keep all his stuff together, and that's, I can understand that. And as like I say, if you'd have told me that I was doing this a few months ago, I'd have gone, that's absolute madness. But I think what I realise is that as a kind of one-man band, there is a limit to the amount of stuff I can get. So we can all dream about increasing our turnover and our business and our profit and the amount of stuff we get in. But I mean, I think I do realise that there is a ceiling on what I can do. And in doing this, it should just be able for me to focus on shifting stuff rather than just getting more and more and more and more and it not being organised. That is the plan anyway. So we will see how it goes. I could be completely wrong in this, but it'd be interesting to see whether I can really start shifting gear. Also, what I've noticed is you notice stuff that's fallen off eBay. There was a whole load of stuff that just didn't seem to be on. So as I sort of tick through every 6 months, I'm looking at every piece of stock. So yeah, quite a job. I'm almost done doing it, and I'll let you know whether it actually works. I think it'll be useful for everyone. Anyway, that's all for now. I have got another haul, stuff I got today where I spent all my money, so that will be a big headline video coming out probably in a couple of days. That's from today's boot fair at Hook. But for now, that was the haul from yesterday at Rosehill. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're getting some good finds. And if you've got any questions on it, chuck them below. If you like, share and all that jazz, do that as well. But for now, take care and I'll see you later.